Hi guys, welcome back to Urban Security Agents. Um, I know I've been absent for a while. I took a little personal time. If you hear a little bell running around, that is my dog. If you happen to hear Christmas music in the background, it is on just for me. Music helps keep me calm, and I don't own the rights or anything to it. It's just on YouTube playing in the background. I mean, you can see. Okay, so that being said, excuse me. Today I wanted to go over a few things that I carry on me on a daily basis, and I've got a few of these items laid out on the table. Here's my predicament. I can't flop my camera around and show you and then flop it back and be back on me, which really sucks. But anyway, uh, that being said, I've got several items laid out. I'm going to be picking each one up and kind of going over them. But my main thing today is handcuffs, going over handcuffs, how they operate, how to use them, how I set them up, what case I use. I have another case, but it's attached to my molly rig on my vest, so I'm not going to pull it off. Not today anyway. So, all that being said, if you are a Christmassy person, Merry Christmas. If not, I don't know what to tell you. Um, I mean, obviously, as you can tell. Anyway, so some of the things I carry on the EDC, everyday carry. Okay. Now, right now, I've got most of that on, but I've got duplicates of some of the stuff. I'm going to go over one thing that isn't a duplicate, which is my magazine holder. It it's got a belt rig that it attaches to. It slides. This is Alien Gear product. You can see the alien right there. Alien Gear product. Wonderful, wonderful product. I love it. It's stamped on the back is made in the USA. I can't tell, but it's got the flag and whatnot on it, so I'm assuming that's what it is. But anyway, Alien Gear, sturdy, sturdy, sturdy magazine holder. I only carry one on me as an everyday carry. I don't carry two or three or four. Just the one. Now, I'm not saying I don't have more within reach somewhere of me. Okay, not saying that. So that being said, this is the one object I don't have a duplicate of. Here it is. Okay, moving along. This is one of two holsters that I wear and use and utilize. This is inside the waistband paddle holster attachment. I've got the belt attachment. Okay, so this is one of them. This is the main one that I carry. Okay, for reasons one, it's much closer to my body. I like the way it sits. Um, I like the way the retention in it, what you've got to do to get to it. Now, I'm not saying it's not impossible to get to it. Now, I'm not saying that I'm perfect and retention is whatever, okay? No. People still can get the jump on you. People still can get you. You are never, ever, ever 110% protected, ever, ever, okay? And I don't play into the reality or the fantasy that I'm Superman, okay? So I understand. But I spend a lot of hours training with that holster, okay? And retention. So I spend a lot of time with that weapon, with that holster, and doing retention stuff, okay? That's another topic for another day. Holster number two. As you can tell, this one's a little wider. It sits off the waistband a little more. Um, this is also Alien Gear product. Very phenomenal product. I really like the product. On this one, the unattached rig is right here, where that finger's mashing down. Okay, it's got the, you can set it at any angle you want. For me, this right here is the angle that I carry it at. It's not a very big angle, but it's just enough to do what I need it to do. Now on this, you can tell by the paddle the angle versus the holster. I mean, obviously it's sitting flat on the table, but that's the angle that I carry it at, whether it be on my hip or if I carry it on my thigh. So, holsters. I'll get to the firearm here in just a second. This is one style of cuff case that we carry. Leather. It's that kind of hard bound leather. This is Safari Land. Is who this product is from and through. I like the product. It keeps it close to me, and it even on my personal belt or I don't carry this on my duty belt, so I'm not even gonna say that. But on my personal belt, this is wonderful for. Okay, the retention on this is great. It's fairly decently hard to get cuffs in and out, and especially if you don't know what you're doing, as to how to get them in and out. There we are, just set in there. But this is what I personally carry. Okay, cuff case. You saw one set of my cuffs. I'm not gonna show them on here. I have made a mistake of getting liquid. Please don't be this guy, me. Liquid graphite, and decided one day I was gonna lube up most of my cuffs, and apparently I've missed two of them. I've got a couple more sets than what I have to my left. What I'm going to show today is my good set. So, if you're going to take my advice and lube your handcuffs, which I'm going to go over here in just a second, do it with actual graphite, not a spray of any kind. Do it with the little tube. You can cut the little tube top off and kind of, I'll have to go get another tube and show that. I don't have that with me. Quite embarrassed of myself. Not gonna lie. Anyway, the joys of being a business owner. You live and learn your mistakes. Yay. Okay, moving on. So, this is a little asp. I don't carry this on me every day. This is going to be part of my on-duty equipment. Good little object. I'm not going to open it up or flash it around, but asp, everybody knows what it is. Fling it out. This one's about that long. It's not a very big one. Just enough to do what I need to do if need be. Okay, that'll be for another video. Okay, knife. I carry a knife. This one's fairly sharp, but the reason why I carry this particular knife is the seatbelt cutter down here, the window breaker over here, and the assist on the back side. Very quick, very, very sharp knife. I'm not sure the brand or make of this. I got it at a gas station because I thought it looked cool. The wife did too, so we bought it. And it glows in the dark, and I carry it every day. Now, granted, I've not had to cut a seatbelt or anything with it as of yet, but that's why I carry this particular style knife. The blade curvature is perfect for seatbelts as well if you can't get the other end in. Now, the window breaker. You can break a window with pretty much anything. If you really need into a vehicle, I mean, you'll get into that vehicle, okay? And I'll discuss couple of options here in a minute, okay, as to window breaking. That just helps you out. So if you don't have gloves or anything else that you can think of to break a window with, that's available. I have gloves as well. They're put up, but these are some of the things that, again, that I carry on me every day. One of our magazines. Now, if y'all happen to catch it, these are only loaded to 10 and they're 12 round capacities. Okay, that's going to be for discussion for another day of the reason why I do that. All right, flashlight. Wonderful little gadget here. This one's got a magnet on the end. As you can tell, it's a slide. If you happen to want to get one of these, freaking phenomenal, man. As you can tell, it's kind of beat up. I've put this thing through the ringer and more, and it still ticks like a time clock. There's a light in here as well. One setting on both, bright as fuck. That's something I want to talk about. Other than I carry a flashlight with me or keep one very close to me. This also has a window breaker on the light side of it. Okay, this can also be used for self-defense. So can the knife without opening it up. Now that's a discussion for a different day, and you've got to be very, very careful as to how and where you put those particular points on the human body without killing them. Okay. Anyway, flashlight. I've got another handcuff key. This is the one that I carry in my vest and or in my shirt, my uniform shirt. Depending on what I'm in for the day. My lock, obviously. And this is the, key part. Okay. This is one of them that I carry. And if you buy any kind of handcuff, they're going to send you 2 sets of these little fuckers right here. So I have a shit ton of those. So we all understand and know what this is, okay? Key part, lock part. Alright. So at the beginning of the video, I told you that we were going to go over handcuffs. Handcuffs. Fun stuff. Alright. We carry the Smith & Wesson style. This is the M300-1, medium size. I'm a big fan of Smith & Wesson. Yes, I know I said I've got some stuff from Safari Land. I've got some stuff from Alien Gear. And I've got some stuff from Blackhawk, by the way. Blackhawk. But since I've been in any kind of security or law enforcement, I've gone with Smith & Wesson, okay? And I've been doing this sort of stuff since I was 19 years old. I'm 44. I got trained on the chain, but I got introduced to these fairly early on, and I have fallen in love with these. I feel that these are much more safe, and I'll get into that in a later video. I'll actually have my wife assist in helping me do that, but that'll be later. So anyway, one of the reasons why that I love these so much, they don't turn. And that means that the bad guy can't reach, I mean, they can still reach around, but they can't manipulate the wrist to do anything else other than the way you position them in these cuffs, okay? That's one reason. 2, I can hold on to them, okay? Great source to hold on to. Firm grip. You don't have it swiveling around in between your hand. Now, you do have a pinch hazard. You have a pinch hazard with the chain. Either which way it goes, that possibility is there, especially if you're getting into a heavy scuffle, okay? And you already got maybe one cuff on, and you're trying to actually clasp the first one, okay? And bad guy starts to fight and raise hell. Well, in that case, now you've got a weapon of a sort. I don't, recommend using this unless this is a last resort, okay? And I damn sure wouldn't use it like this. I'll show you that in a minute. Okay. So anyway, good grip, firm grip, and I can get the cuffs around somebody fairly quickly, either which way, as long as, I'm not in a big scuffle. And even if I am a big scuffle, as soon as we get the other arm around, we're attached. They're not going anywhere. So I set mine. You're going to hear me say that a lot of things with a few pieces of equipment that I have. One, my pistol. Two, these. Okay. So I set these. Um, I don't know about a lot of people, but I was taught early on to set these that way you can get them out and on somebody fairly quickly. I don't know, how a lot of other security companies train. I don't know if they teach you these things, but this is something I was taught fairly early on. And I train on this and I teach on this as of today, obviously. So I set them. That way they'll go around fairly quickly and I don't smash them on somebody. I've already done a very light, you would say, handcuffing video. We're going to get into another one later on, as I promised. Again, I'm sorry. Anyway, cuffing. So, once they're round, you can't pull back on them, okay? But they can close, which causes a pinching hazard and a lawsuit on you and possibly your department and or your company, okay? So, get the long one because I can maneuver this a little quicker. So in this case, you want to lock them down, you want to double lock them, right? So double lock them. Now they're not going to go anywhere. Now I'm going to only lock one side, this way I can still demonstrate. So that's not double locked, this is just set. This is double locked, it's not going to pinch them or you, and keeps you free from a lawsuit. Now it doesn't keep you free from injury, okay? Because people are stupid. But that's what the double lock is for. It's to keep the space in between here at a safe distance for yourself and them. Okay. Now, the locking on these are the same as chain link. Slide your key in. If you double lock it, you've got to turn it one way to unlock the double lock and then back out the other way to release the actual cuff. Okay? Will help. And then pull it apart. Okay. So again, I set these. And that's how I set them up. You can set them up however you're comfortable with, but my advice is set them as close to not going all the way around as you possibly can. This way, they're easier to manipulate and get on the bad guy. Okay. I don't try to call anybody a suspect or a subject or anything like that. And the reason is there are a lot of things you can do to prevent a lot of things. That's number one reason why security is security. It's a deterrent. And if you're trained right and properly, and you can use verbal judo, you can talk a lot of people out of, or whatever the case may be, out of cuffs and not having a bad day. Again, subject for another video. Anyway, that being said, so I set these, and then I put them in my cuff case that I carry on me every day, or if I'm in my molly, I've got another case which straps through it and then down, and then in a case right here on my chest, excuse me. And then I free hang another set. What I mean by that is I just take an extra like molly keeper, free hang it on my vest. Um, this way they're all accessible to me, and more than one set. You never know what you can run into. And then I keep additional sets on or near me as well. Right now I have 4 on the table. I think I have 6 in total. But anyway, cuffs. Uh, oh yeah, back to window breaking. If you don't have the option of any of those options, double lock both sides down, and now you've got a window breaker. Now it may be uncomfortable for you or whatever, but you'll be able to break the window. Okay. Now, as far as self-defense is concerned, again, last resort. Do not last resort. I don't personally carry a mace. At this point in time, where you're not personally certified for taser, It's not a requirement to carry. However, we are moving toward a non-lethal on the person response. I don't particularly care for mace at all. Taser, same. I really don't care for it, but it's something that until something better comes about, we're going to have to utilize. Anyway, last resort. You can take your cuffs, same thing. That part right there, one good knock to the head or to the rib cage or to the sternum, or if you're quick enough to the fist, is going to stop something. If they're not fucked up on something, you can't gain verbal control over them, and you got to go hands on. Now, I'm not saying get them on the ground and then beat them in the head with this. First of all, it's illegal. That's abuse of power, and multiple other things. And last but not least, you're complete and total jackass if you do that. Okay, don't do that. Think. Use common sense. Treat everybody as if they're human, because they are. Okay, end of story. Excuse me. So that is the pretty much basics functions of handcuff key, and a few little tips that I use if need be, and I mean that as last resort need be. Also, some of the equipment I personally carry, and some of the equipment that the officers carry as well. Okay, some flashlight, cuffs, cuff case, the basic standard things. We're not out to be flashy. We're not to be showmen. We're here to work. Okay. Anyway, cuff keys. That is the video for that. The basics of what I carry in handcuffs. Guys, please like, subscribe, share. It would help us out a lot. It would help us get some more equipment to better do videos, especially those that I can move around, and maybe some computer equipment so that we can start video editing a lot of this. I don't have the capabilities of either one of those. So, if you like these videos, if you like what I'm sharing about, please like them, subscribe to it, share, okay? Thank you. Have a good day.